Meow meow crafty gamers, as it is Crafty Gamer 637 here. And today, we are gonna be emulating a Nintendo console and every PlayStation console that I can on my $40 Chromebook, but in my browser in one video. Now I did figure out that Chromebook that you can browse, that you can do emulation on a browser. But there's just not many emulators is what you expect. See, there's no GameCube emulator. I mean, technically there is, but it's not. But it probably won't work. There's no Wii emulator. There's no Wii U. There's no Switch. There's no PS3. There's no PS Vita. Nothing. Not even in. Wait, hold on. Is there an original Xbox emulator on browser? Oh, so there's no. Oh, so I was gonna add that to the list, but no, it doesn't mind. Never mind. That's why we are running an emulation on the browser. So yeah, there's not many emulators, but there are some emulators from nostalgic games from your childhood. If you were born in the 1980s or the 1990s. So, let's get straight into it. We got emulators. So I can do it. Looks like I can do it. Okay. PS2 emulators and PS2 ROMs installed. Now, in case you didn't know, using emulators may be legal, but ROMs are not legal. Because technically you're pirating video games, people. Because technically you're playing the game without even paying for it. Now, RetroArch does have a web player, but there's no, like, N64 emulator or DS emulator like the, original ROM, does. Original RetroArch does. As on the Android. We are going to be playing Super Mario Brothers 2. Put full screen. Okay, we use the D-pad, so who should we play as? Let's play as Peach. Now, in case you didn't know, in Mario 2, Mario does normal jumps in normal speed. Luigi jumps higher. And, Peach floats. And Toad walks faster. But he does weak jumps. And I've played this game a few times. And Peach is the best. Oh, let me get the heart. Oh, god damn it. wish I could just float across. Oh yeah, barely. Oh, damn it, I took damage. We get the star! Let me turn it down just a bit. Oh, this stops time? That plastic bag stops time? Damn it. Damn it! Fuck! There we go. I fucking hate using the D-pad. But got it! Alright, next up we're gonna be playing... Oh, god damn it! Fucking switch that. There we go. Okay. Hey, it was on, and still on NES for a second, but that's fine. Let's try this. Full screen. Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World. There's actually a 3D version on this for the Switch. I'm gonna play Super Mario Brothers. Oh, I hit start. So this is an SNES version of the original Mario Brothers. And Mario's shirt is now blue, and he has white gloves. And his shoes are now are brown when he has his firepower. And I have the star! On to the next ROM. Alright, next up we are on let's see. We are on the simulator. The first NES was Quick NES, which is an NES simulator. The SNES was called SNES 9 and X. And this one is called Double Cherry GB, which is a Game Boy / Game Boy Color emulator. So we're going to be using that. We are going to be playing Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins. Put it into full screen. Yeah. Alright, my recording just paused. Fire flower? Yeah, I lost the power. Alright, next ROM. Alright, next up. Or maybe if I just... Yeah, it should do. All I have to do is wait for it to load for a few minutes. Let it load for a minute. Very little. My friend was very little about Pokemon. Okay, there it goes. Alright, and we're gonna be playing Hello Kitty's Cube Frenzy. Alright. New Kid Co. I love Hello Kitty. Unfortunately, I have to play in story mode. Damn it. Alright, so I gotta get all the fruits. Next ROM! Alright, for this next one, we're gonna be playing Mario Kart Super Circuit. Now, this is an emulator called VBA Next, which is a Game Boy Advance simulator. And we're gonna be playing Mario Kart Super Circuit on it. Single player. And we're gonna be running a Grand Prix. But just one race. We're gonna do 100cc. Mario. Let's do this. Get my way. First place. Okay. So my recording timed out, and then I accidentally restarted my computer. Now I have to do it all over again. They're not 50cc. No, that's not. Okay, whatever. See if I can win first place. Nope, second place. Well, that beats it. On to the next one. Okay, so unfortunately, the web version of RetroArch doesn't have an N64 emulator. So we're going to Arcade Spot, which has older games and from older consoles. It was like the N64 and the DS. So we are gonna run that. Oh, load. Wait, RetroEmulator.com.
Collect as many ducks as we can. We're trying to get those wings.
So that doesn't work.
Alright. We got the pink duck.
N64 emulator on browser. Emu browser.
Try to get to 200 points. Spam that. Release.
N64. We're going to be running 007. Apply.
Anymore. Well, we're still gonna try to get.
Alright, here we go. GoldenEye 007.
Go, spam. Release. Yeah, here we go.
Alright, let's give it a minute. Alright, here we go.
Running out of time. Get off! The green one.
Okay, it's running really well.
Release.
Going slow.
50 seconds.
Select mission. We're gonna go as an agent. Is agent the easiest difficulty?
Take him! Release. I think going to
Wait, that could have been instructions.
Clean. Alright. One more. On. Alright, last step, I think. This is the last one good. Alright, now we just play. Thanks. I'm trying to get that badge, and I'm also trying to get as many tokens as I can. Because if I get more tokens like that.
We're at 19 FPS, guys.
No, you need to.
Can I skip this cutscene? I think I just skipped it. I can also skip this cutscene.
Dawn Power Soap. It's good, but could be better.
Okay, so I can use the joystick to move where I'm looking.
Dawn Dish Soap. Good, but could be better.
And to move where I'm going too. That makes sense, because the Nintendo 64 only had one joystick back then. And one thing's for sure, you can press ZL to shoot.
Oh no.
What does ZR do? Nothing. Okay, this is somewhat playable. I can aim with this just by pressing all right, next ROM, the DS. Yes, we are going to be playing New Super Mario Brothers on it. Man, where? Okay, where's my All Might figure? Okay, here it is. And it's not broken, like my Miku figure's broken. And luckily, I'm going to take that to my dad's to see if he can buy some super glue and fix it. Alright. To the DS and beyond. Oh, god damn. It's not doing so good. We are at 17 FPS. Now this right here is an unskippable cutscene. And this was the first ever new Super Mario Brothers game to ever release. I'm gonna skip this cutscene. Yeah, this is unplayable, so at 9 FPS, this is probably unplayable. So, on to the next ROM and the next console. Okay, so I tried running in the PS1 emulator on my um 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 RetroArch browser, the browser version of RetroArch, but it didn't work. Arc. But let's see. Okay. Inuyasha Fairy Tale. Okay, so this must be a for the PS1. And now I did watch Inuyasha a few days ago. It was actually a really good one, and I loved it. But we're gonna see if PS1 even works. We are gonna see if PS1 works on my $40 Chromebook on the browser, because I know it does. Is when I install an emulator for it. When I actually download an emulator for it. But let's see if let's see if it works on the browser. Because N64, her emulator, her on the browser didn't really work out. Neither did DS. So, just the two oldest Nintendo consoles worked, and the two oldest Nintendo consoles work, and the two the two oldest consoles worked, and the three oldest handhelds worked. I didn't do Virtual Boy though, because that's not in my list. Alright, it's compiling. Whatever that means. Compiling, whatever. Let's pause this. Okay, PlayStation. We got PlayStation. Let me get rid of this. Okay, controllers work. Oh, so it's reversed. I gotta press B. My bad. And joysticks work, surprisingly. Alright. Alright, I'ma be Kagome. We're gonna fight against a random. We're gonna go against Shippo. Whoever that is. Bone Eater's Well. Okay, this might be playable. Gome's powerful. What does X do? And I suck at this game. It's like an Inuyasha version of Mortal Kombat. Okay, this might be playable. Well, actually. Man, I suck at this. But I'm actually doing really good. Did he just clone himself? Did he just clone me? And it's a tie. Okay, it's a tie. Oh, I won! So it depends on how much you alive. So it depends on how much health you have. So I'm gonna be right back. PS1 works. So let's start doing this. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So the PS1 works. And fun fact, did you know that the older PlayStation consoles, like the PS1, the PSP, and the PS2, are great for anime games? I don't. I didn't. Because I mainly grew up playing Xbox games. So I'm saying if you have an older console, like the PS1, PSP, and the PS2, and you're into anime and you want to play some anime games, like console ported anime games, I'd say, hey, getting a PS1, a PSP, or a PS2, or even emulating them would be worth it. Okay, so I'm on now.gg because I did some research that how you can play PPSSPP there. But sad news is you can't, unfortunately. Sorry. Eh. Let me hold on. Let me do some more research. All right, I wanted to play my PSP ROM. Problem is that I can't, and there's only a few PSP games on here, so we're gonna have to use them. We're gonna have to play Sonic Rivals. I may not be a fan of Sega. I mainly grew up playing Nintendo games, but I like Sonic. All right, we got PSP running. And it's running at 60 FPS. Perfect. Okay, now the thing's dropping to 10. Press start. Single player. Challenge. Sonic. Oops, let me go back. I'm gonna play as Knuckles. Alright, my thing timed out. So let's continue the play. Oh my god. Whoops. Act 1. Easy. Bro, the FPS is at 0. Yeah, this is not working well. Why did I even do this? Why did I even do this? Yeah, no, this is not. This is not working. Alright, next up. We are going to be emulating the PS2. We're going to be emulating the PS2. Now, you've heard of this app called Play. Now, I've heard of this emulator called Play. It's a PS2 emulator running on your browser. You don't need any BIOS, you don't need any plugins, and you just need your ROM and you should be good. Now, the last time I tried this is when I played Dragon Ball. It did not go very well. But let's see how it can handle One Piece Grand Battle. Oh, right. I need to extract the damn file. Do I have the archiver installed? Okay, I do. Alright. Hey, here we go. I deleted the extracted file, and I extracted the file, and I deleted the extracted file. File. Oh, we got this. Okay, my recording timed out. Oh. Now, while this loads, let me tell you about How'd this emulator play? Play is a PS2 emulator, but on your browser. There's even an app for it. And you can play and you don't need any BIOS or any plugins and none of that. You just need your ROM and you should be fine. And if you don't have a desktop or a laptop of any kind, and then that's okay. It also works on mobile too. Now, the question is, and we can't play with and we can't play with the controller. See, look, I'm literally using the joysticks and using the D-pad. Now I'm using it. Now I'm using the buttons. Nothing's working. So wait, oh. Hold on. See, look, I'm using, okay, the controller's on, so I'm using the joysticks. I'm using the, D-pad. I'm using the buttons. I'm using the triggers and bumpers. As I'm pressing start, nothing's working. So controllers don't work, so we are forced to use the keyboard. Let's look at the keyboard controls. Alright, it's at 54 FPS at the moment. And last time I used this when I was playing Dragon Ball, it was at 5 to 8 FPS. So this is at okay, now it's dropped to 0 FPS. 2 FPS, 6 FPS. And enter is start. Now it's setting up a green screen. Alright, let's skip this. And it's showing a white screen too. Let's see if this works. Start. Alright, Nami versus Nami. Let's go. Alright, final battle. So like I said, we're using the keyboard. We're only getting 3 FPS. Hey look, there's Alvita right there. Now, I have a PS2, but it's just not hooked up. It's not cleaned right now. Yeah, this doesn't work. This barely works. So for Nintendo, NES to Game Boy Advance, that's work just fine. N64, Nintendo 64 barely works. DS barely works. And for PlayStation, PSC PS1 works fine with a little bit of lag, with a little, and it's just a teeny tiny bit slow. PSP barely works, and PS2 barely works. Good to know. Oh. We're just gonna do some research. Is there a GameCube emulator on browser? I doubt it. Oh, you can. I tried it. It didn't work. Is there a Wii emulator on browser? Let's try. No, this is just the internet channel. Let's look up a Wii U one. Is there a Wii U emulator on browser? Oh man. Okay. Is there a Switch emulator? And Nintendo, please don't sue me for this. On browser. Nope. Well, that was a letdown. It's only NES to DS. Now on to PS1. Now on to PlayStation. Is there a PS Vita emulator on browser? Alright. No. PS3. Well, that was a letdown. And there's not even an Xbox emulator either. I did some research on that. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.